Hi, welcome back to Creative Manifestation. Today I wanted to talk about the topic of neutrality. That was really coming up for me recently, and I was thinking about what is the definition? I found some definitions of neutrality. The state of not supporting or helping either side in a conflict, at the absence of decided views, condition of being chemically or electrically neutral, and I put in not projecting a lack or a striving for something. So why I feel like this topic is really important and kind of how it relates to creativity and the flow, like the flow state. Being in the flow state of consciousness or the flow state of manifesting and creating, and how it's related is that if you've ever done anything like thrown a pot on a wheel, for example, or played music and you are in rhythm or in the pocket, as they say, or you are bowling. Bowling was another one that I thought of where you hit a strike because you approach the lane and you let go, but you're not trying too hard usually. You're not trying too hard and you're not doubting yourself. And that's part of being in the pocket or being in the flow, is that you're not in your head. You're not thinking in your head. You're not distracted by thoughts of where you're trying to get, and you're not distracted by thoughts of lack or doubt. And that's what I think of as neutrality. It's kind of like this middle ground where you're really like in the center of something. It's the balance, it's like the yin yang. And that's what it's all about, in the sense of getting the downloads and being in the flow state of neutrality. So what happens is we get thrown off of neutrality. Like, here's neutrality. And then we have, life experiences or things coming up or people. It could be toxic situations or negative situations. And we're getting thrown off of neutrality. And we also have like the chakras, like when you're out of balance and the chakras get out of balance because you don't have like the neutrality to keep you in alignment and in balance. And it's the same with our bodies. Everything is connected to this and being in that flow state of neutrality. And I just got inspired by this concept because I thought, okay, well, how can we stay in neutrality? Obviously meditation is one of the top things that came up was meditation, because we're training ourselves to stay in neutrality. Where you're sitting in meditation and thoughts come into your head and you don't attach to them. You're not striving for anything and you're not in a state of lack. You're just allowing the feelings and the thoughts to come in, and then you're letting them go. And so that's one of the ways, I would say one of the most powerful ways to harness the energy of this and to really get into the flow state and not attaching, and to train yourself to not attach when things come in from the outside world, or when these emotions come up that are like pulling you off of neutrality and you're getting spiraled out. And also the things I mentioned are great ways to be in neutrality. Playing music, so creativity, playing music because you're training yourself to be in the moment. And you're not, if you start thinking, if anyone has ever played an instrument, you start thinking and that's when you mess up. When you're trying to like if I'm trying to record a song or something, I usually mess it up because I'm overthinking it. And then when I'm not trying to record it, I'm in the flow and I'm in the pocket and I'm doing it and it's just coming out of me. And I'm like, man, why wasn't I recording that one? Because my head didn't get in the way. Because I'm not expecting it to be perfect or striving for something. And so that's why the neutrality thing was so important. And I wanted to mention it as a part of creative manifestation, because I feel like it's a kind of imperative piece in being in the flow state of manifesting and drawing things in, and also just being in that place of, it's a very peaceful place to be, but it's also the place where things really flow through you and you can create from that space. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe.